Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Y'all, I thought we'd spend the day together just hanging out. We could talk about the things that I do in a day and specifically the things that I eat on Weight Watchers in a day. But before we get distracted with all that, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. All right, so it is about 6:30. I've been up since 4:30, and when I get up in the mornings, I just get black coffee. So I drink coffee for the first coffee and water for the first couple of hours, which I know probably isn't healthy, but that's just what I do. And then I get on the Peloton bike. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm getting ready to go get on the Peloton bike. Today I'm gonna ride for probably about just under 2 hours. So let me go get that done. Then I'll come back in, we'll meet up here, and I'll show you what I have for breakfast on a typical day, all right? So I'll be back in a little while. All right, y'all, I'm back. I'm sweaty. Fortunately, you cannot smell me. Sorry about this. The morning sunlight coming in is killing my lighting, but we'll just work with what we got. So it is breakfast time. You've seen a lot of this from me before. Oh, this hair. You've seen a lot of this from me before. So we are going to start off with some fruit. And y'all, I eat a lot for breakfast because I'm hungry, because I just worked out. So I'm going to start off with a banana and some oranges and an apple. And y'all know this too. Non-fat Greek yogurt and frozen fruit. So the frozen fruit, I started yesterday or last night. I stuck it in the fridge. So I buy frozen strawberries, bananas, and apples. And I put them in a bowl. And I just let it thaw on the counter for a while. And then I stick it in the fridge overnight. And then today I will mix the bowl of thawed out frozen fruit. I'll throw in some non-fat Greek yogurt. This looks gross, I'm sorry. Mix that up and eat that with my breakfast. Normally I have half a cup of Cheerios and half a cup of plain, unsweet almond milk with my yogurt and my fruit for breakfast. But today, since we have company, we're doing something fancy. Y'all are company. I'm making those banana pancakes, but y'all, I have figured out the secret. You want to hear the secret? So, of course, I mashed 2 bananas with 2 eggs, added some cinnamon, vanilla, and a teaspoon of baking powder, mashed that all up. But y'all, when you cook it in the pan, you cook it on low heat, and I use a spatula and like a bowl scraper when I turn it. So that way it doesn't get all like mushed up. So the low heat keeps it from burning, and the 2 things together to turn it keep it from getting all mushed up. So let me make those and I'll show you what I come out with in the end. We have pancakes, y'all, look. They smell good. Now they look a little dense, like, I don't know, heavy-ish, but they're not thick, and it's banana and eggs. So let me taste. They look so hot. Okay, so these are 0 points, right? We know this. They're good. They don't taste like pancakes. They taste like bananas and eggs cooked together. We've talked about this before, right? We've made these a couple times. This is just 1 pan of them. I wanted to go ahead and make these and show them to y'all. That 2 eggs and 2 bananas will probably make 9 about this size. I don't think I could eat 9 of these, especially with all the rest of that food I have going. But y'all, this is going to be a filling breakfast for me. So speaking of breakfast, let me finish cooking. Let me eat breakfast. I got to get in the shower. We got to get to work. So I will be back in a few minutes once I get all this done and cleaned up and we're on our way to work. All right, so y'all, I'll be back. All right, y'all, as y'all saw, I've worked out. I ate breakfast. I showered. The dogs went outside and did their business. By which I mean they probably ran around the yard, barked at the neighbors, came back inside and demanded a bean, having done no business at all, but what are you going to do? I am headed to work. Of course, the dogs go to work with me. So we are headed into my office. The light's going to change here. Sorry about that. Hopefully my camera will adjust pretty quickly. Oh, there we go. So let me get settled. Hang on. My coworkers are already settle down. There's Daisy and Bo. They're already in their office and ready to get to work. So let me get to work. I have class starting here in a few minutes. So I'm going to do some work. Sorry about this light, y'all. This is a catastrophe. Oh, look. Daisy has already moved to her mid-morning office. She's a bit of a princess. She kind of moves around a bit. But anyway, as y'all saw, I eat a pretty big breakfast in the morning. So typically, I don't even worry with snacking in the morning because, one, y'all saw how much I eat. And I actually eat a little bit late in the morning. I don't know. Tell me what you think. So I'm up at 4:30. I told y'all all this. I'm up at 4:30. I work like I do, I don't know, quiet, like piddly work in my office from 4:30 to 6:30. I drink black coffee. Then I get on the bike. I work out for a while. And then typically I eat breakfast around 8:30, and then I'm eating lunch by 1:30 or 2. So that's only 5 hours between a substantial meal and then my next meal. So I don't get snacky in the mornings. It's the afternoon where snacks come into play. So let me get to work, and I'll see y'all in a couple of hours for lunch. Y'all, I am done working for the morning. I kind of forgot, well, I forgot-ish, that I need to do 2 workouts in that, I keep wanting to call it Crush Your Core, in that Straight to the Core program. It's like a curated program, so they tell you what days to do your workouts. And I had 2 days off, and you have to take your 2 days off. Like, they won't let you just jump in and get the whole thing done, like, back to back. So I had 2 days off. So now I have to do a 10-minute and then a 5-minute workout, I think. So I need to do that before I eat lunch. So let me get changed, get out in the garage, get that workout done. Then I'll meet y'all back in the kitchen and we'll throw together some lunch. All right, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, that wasn't easy, and it wasn't pretty, but it's done. I'm done working out for the day. So now I'm going to eat lunch. Y'all, I'm going to just throw together a quickie lunch. I think what I'm going to do is toast one of these I almost said bagels. This is not a bagel. 1-point pitas that I found at Walmart. They're the Joseph's Flax, Oat Bran, and Whole Wheat pita breads. An entire one of these is 1 point. So I'm going to have one of these. So I'm going to take a can of tuna in water and drain it. Then I'm going to mix that with some mustard. I think I'm going to use spicy mustard, or like that coarse ground mustard. And some of that 0-point fat-free yogurt ranch dip that I made. Use that instead of mayonnaise. So mustard, that ranch dip stuff, and some dill relish. Mix that up, stuff that in my pita with some lettuce. And then I'm going to eat a couple of boiled eggs, and I'm probably going to have some carrot chips and maybe a cucumber with some of that 0 point ranch dip. And that's going to be lunch. So that'll be a very filling and quick 1 point lunch. Some days I would throw together a salad, maybe to go with that, or even just a bigger salad that I would eat with the tuna and eggs and stuff. But y'all, I just don't feel like messing with all that today. So I'm just going to have this pita with the tuna, some eggs, and some veg dipped in that ranch dip and just call it a day. So let me get this together and let me eat lunch, and I'll see y'all in a while. Ooh, y'all, I am full. I'm a little bit sore from that workout. Sorry, you can see the furry felons are out here with us, so I wanted to make sure they weren't doing anything behind me that I was going to have to try to edit. Oh, I just caught a bug. That I was going to have to try to edit out later. Anyway, I have a little while to relax, so I thought I would come sit outside. It is absolutely beautiful out here today. It's breezy, but y'all, it's actually a warm breeze. So I thought I would sit out here and read for a little bit, and that actually got me thinking. We've talked about this before, but y'all know that I post food and fitness videos on Mondays, and I post book videos on Thursdays. And here's why. Because I feel like sometimes people are like, all right, well, I get the food and the fitness, how that goes together. What's with the book thing? So eating well and working out is sort of how I address my physical fitness, right? Like I try to stay physically fit by eating well and working out. But then there's the whole other like mental fitness aspect of life. And my number one go-to way of addressing my mental fitness or mental wellness, or I don't even know how to say it, but is reading. I am a lifetime reader. I've always read. My parents were readers. When my sister and I were kids, when we would get in trouble, honest to goodness, y'all, the number one like threat or like encouragement for us to behave was, if you don't stop that, you're going to go straight to bed, lights out, no reading. So I've always been a reader, and it's just what I do to relax. So it's sort of my self-care. And I talked about this before, that for me, a relaxing sort of self-care thing in the evening is to sit on the couch with the dogs and read a book. And for the intern, y'all, folks have asked, like, who is this intern person? It's my man. I've told this story before, and sorry if you've heard it, but that he is my like number one tech support. And of course he helps me with like all of my filming and everything. And he was helping on another show that I was working on, and he was like doing a lot of stuff. And he got a little like snippy about it, and he's like, well, you should just call me the intern. So from then on, we called him the intern. And it just kind of became a joke, and so now he's the intern. So anyway, often in the evening, I'll be sitting on the couch with the dogs reading a book, and the intern is in his office playing video games, killing guys or doing whatever. And to me, playing video games is like the literal opposite of self-care. Because to me, it's like stuff flying at me, and I feel like I have to be doing stuff, and I'm like this the whole time. And I end up like 44 times more like keyed up and anxious after playing the game than I was before. And for the intern, it's like just total chill time for him. He's got friends that he plays with, so it's a way for him to spend time with his friends. It takes him out of his actual like real life and gets him into things that just don't even exist, so he can just like forget about his worries and his stresses and just worry about, whatever his ogre person human thing that he's playing. Y'all see, I know a lot about video games, but so that's his self-care. Well, mine's reading. So that's why on Thursdays we talk about books and Kindles and things to do with books. So that's kind of how all of this fits in together. But anyway, I have a while before my next anything that I need to do. So I thought I would sit out here, warm up some in the sun, and read my book. Let the furry felons run around and touch some grass. I've lost one of the little felons already. But I will check back in with y'all around snack time. I'm going to have a snack this afternoon, and I'll show you what I'm going to have for a snack, and then we'll talk about some other options. But y'all know we've done a couple of different snack videos, so you know a bunch of my options for snacks. But I'll show you what I'm going to have for a snack today, and then we'll start talking about dinner. It's almost time to get back to work, y'all, so I'm going to grab a quick snack. Even though I'm not really hungry yet, Here's how this usually goes. I realize it's time to get back to work and I'm like, oh, I'm not really hungry. I can make it to dinner. Well, then I teach until 5 o'clock. Come 5 o'clock, I am famished. So I eat 15 different high calorie snacks while I'm making my 3-point dinner. So if I'm disciplined and go ahead and have a low point snack now, then I can head off getting hungry later and binging while I'm making dinner. So here's what I'm gonna do. The intern found me some fat-free cottage cheese. He went to a grocery store that I don't ever go to because it's not Walmart or Aldi, and found me some fat-free cottage cheese. So I'm gonna have some fat-free cottage cheese, which is 0 points, and an apple, which is also 0 points. So I'm gonna have me a little 0-point snack. Now, let me say this. I know that fat-free cottage cheese has a bit of a distinctive taste to it, I guess, but I tell you what, to me it tastes like a 0-point snack. So I understand if you're like, ooh, that's gross, I can't eat that. And y'all, 1% fat cottage cheese isn't a whole lot more points than fat-free, but fat-free 0 points. So I'm gonna soldier through that weird little taste for a 0-point snack. But if you have to sort of trade up and go with the 1% or even 2% fat in your cottage cheese, it's not the end of the day, y'all. It's just, what, a point or two for half a cup? So just count the points, eat you a snack, and keep your appetite under control as you go through the day so that when you get to dinner time, you're not ravenously hungry. That's my theory anyway. I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to eat a snack and then get back to work, and I'll check back with y'all at dinner time and let you know what I'm going to cook. Classes are done, y'all. Now I'm tired and I'm hungry and I'm just ready to be done with it all. So I'm gonna make myself a quick dinner. The intern isn't home yet. Did I tell y'all we got one of those, what's it called? The Blackstone grill thing for the back porch? We got one of those. Let me know if y'all are interested in any kind of recipes for those. I'm still trying to figure out how to cook on that thing without all the oil and all the butter. But anyway, I think he's gonna make fajitas on that thing later, but I'm hungry now. So I'm gonna go ahead and make myself dinner and then I'll mess around with that with him later. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make something quick and easy. I'm gonna brown half a pound of ground turkey. And y'all know I use the 99% lean ground turkey. So I'm gonna brown that in a pan, throw in some canned corn with it, and let the corn heat up while the turkey is browning. So let that cook. And while that's cooking, I'm going to heat up some of this Bob Evans mashed cauliflower. Now, we talked about this before. 1 serving is half a cup, but there's 2.5 servings in a container. So I just eat half a container at a time, and that's 5/8 of a cup, which is 3 points. So half a container is 3 points. So I'm going to heat up half of a container of this, eat that with my ground turkey and corn. Now, you can eat it separately like a human, or you can mix it all together, throw on some hot sauce, and eat it all mixed up like an animal. Guess how I'm going to eat mine? Animal style. I know it sounds a little gross, y'all, but it's really tasty. So I'm going to mix that all up and eat it, and that's going to be my dinner. Now, I'm not real hungry, so that's all I'm going to eat for dinner, and especially since the intern is going to be making those fajitas later, I'll probably nibble on that with him. But if I were hungry, I could just add a couple of pieces of toast to this, and 2 pieces of that Sara Lee toast, that 45 calorie per slice bread toast is only 1 point per slice of bread, or I could have one of those pitas for a point. So there's a bunch of stuff that I could add to this to make it more filling without adding a whole bunch of points. So that's what I'm going to do for dinner. I'm going to get this done, I'm going to eat, and then y'all, I'm going to be done for the day. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this vlog too, because I feel like we've been talking all day long. And I don't know how long this is going to be when I edit it down, but I feel like it's not going to be short. So y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know what your go-tos are for a day of eating on Weight Watchers. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you've made it this far, we're definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos on Mondays with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.